here in Dubai, but I just wanted to create this video. I'm a girl from a small town.
Hi guys, how are you? Mulishani. Power top, power top, power top. How's everybody? Hi, Benjamin, Mulishani, how's everyone? How are you guys? It's what time? 13:30 Californian time, Kuno. How's everybody doing? Hi, Shadrach. How are you? How are you? Bill 7 in the build, you guys. Now I wear a Bill 7. Vali ku Scotland, but yamano yali ku Zambia. I don't own the rights to the music. We're just gonna play some music as we share. Hi, Kennedy. Monica, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. How are you? Chiteni share. To the winner by Emmanuel. Let's play some music. Bill 7, guys. Eliash. Bill 7. And the state visit. The state visit. At a state visit gone wrong. Oh, guys. Let me play some music while I share. I don't own the rights to the music. State visit gone wrong. Watch the full videos on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, you can watch the full videos on YouTube. Share. Power tap. Power tap per screen by TikTok. No likes. Ngamlechta like then by TikTok bala tuchita share. You know, you just pass screen up and tapping off. Let me show you how to tap on TikTok. 200,000 likes. Yes, thank you. We have reached 200,000 likes on TikTok, almost 50,000 followers on TikTok. Yes. Hi, John Makasa. How are you? Power tap, guys. Power tap. Let me show you. Mwema lipa TikTok. Oh my God, what am I doing here? Okay, so congratulations, guys. Thanks you for liking the page. We have 200K, 200,000 likes on TikTok, almost 50K on TikTok. Power tap. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hugs and kisses. Thank you for all the likes on TikTok. Ba Facebook namushalira chirishani. By Facebook, you need to step up your game. Okay, change to the power tap on TikTok. Okay, so you just do this, you see? On TikTok, that's how you send the likes on TikTok. Power tap like that on TikTok. And then algorithm yana to picking about TikTok to share the live. So I'm like that's how you power tap, guys. Pass screen tapping. So yes, otherwise we are doing fine on TikTok. We have 200,000 likes. So oh my God, our TikTok nama ads yabo. Is it by TikTok or by YouTube? Mwe bantu bakwalesa Bill 7 naiwera ba HH bali ku Scotland for state visit balele makalata to appoint a constitution committee for Bill 7. I'm like, are you serious by HH? So how can the president on a state visit to Scotland choose that committee, yeah, Bill 7, which is dead? This is the earlier to the land up. Topic mwe bantu bakwalesa ni Bill 7 ni. Bill 7 must go, is dead. Bill 7 is dead. Share, guys. Bill 7 is dead. We have no time to start changing the constitution. We need to start looking at voting. Problem Pama vote. We are preparing for the election. In the next 7-8 months, Parliament will be dissolved. So, let me play some music before I get started. The king of New it's a game of a do or die. Parapene, one and Ukaleta, Komolu, Mama Laika, Kolo, Kolopa, Kolopa, the Tom, Kolopa, Nimuru, and Chico, Kolopa, the Tom, Kolopa, Nimuru, and Chico. ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa.com. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito.
Kamalonda geti mani ukwile pe waponda ade toile de mani wakuyanga muto wa male bosi kuchonga ade barba watapira ade shego panchi to wasositira ade sochia usungire bujuna wewe tulondelele nazi wazipita tutangade ade bosi na wewe tukoromote ninji madamu kunganda ade salula abana na wena bare sekerera kolopa Kolozozo bravo.
Kolopa.com. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa.com.
Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa.com. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Songole konfaka, pakanga kule kona bondi, pakanga kule kenga toni, pakanga pisina wetingi, pakanga vena bigi payata,
Kolopa.com. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa.com. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Kolopa ni muguru wanchito. Dandy Crazy singing from the grave. May your soul rest in peace. Thank you. I see Muyu Mumbi Piri Yuri Kolala. Good to see you, Kale. Share. Tushire pano Bill 7 atureta pano. Tuarayamba no mbaline Bill 7.
Sync with your business with the QuickBooks
Bill
mobile app.
7.
Seamlessly track your spending.
By YouTube navena nama ads ya botuanaka navena. So we are here because of Bill 7, guys. You have seen what has happened in the morning. It was reported yesterday that they are not going to discuss it today. Then there was another memo to say they were discussing Bill 7 at 7 hours at 14 p.m. And then now today the breaking news is that the president has appointed a committee. Number committee of actually appoint while on a state visit. Guys, these people, they know that without Bill 7, takuri ichabo na beshiva. They know that without Bill 7, takuri ichabo. Bill 7 is changing the rules of the game. In the 11th hour, Chimona rigging. Bill 7 was rejected in the highest court in the land. So why are you bringing it back? So we are here, we are opening the panel, and I'm here to discuss the dangerous bills in Bill 7. Me, I don't even want Bill 7 to come back. This is a bill that should be discarded and thrown away. Bill 7 consolidates power of a ruling party. We need to do away with this bill. It's not a bill that can be introduced in a democratic country. So Bill 7 should remain dead and buried. And I'll just play Kolopa.com again, and I will share, and then we get started. So comments, guys, in the comment section below, just be politically correct. Bill 7 is no. Opo bali ba UPND pano, just write a comment no to Bill 7, no to, or thumbs down. Put a thumbs down, which the so we are saying no to Bill 7 is cheating. The Bill 7 is cheating. It is there to consolidate power. Bill 7 is not there to improve the life of any Zambian or to improve lives of Zambian. So I'll just play the song and I'll get started a little bit. I'm going to read the dangerous bills in Bill 7 because the people don't know what it means. But don't forget Bill 7. Yeah.
It's a game of a do or die. Parapene, one and Ukaleta, Komuru, at the Mama Laika. Kolo, Korapa, Korapa, the Tom. Get Korapa, Nimuru, and Chico. Korapa, the Tom. Get Korapa, Nimuru, and Chico. Kamalonda get the money who will blow up on the other toilet the money who younger Mutowa Male boss Kuchonga what the Pira and I go punch it to a society and Sochia Sungile Bujuna we to Nazi was a big to Tanga de other boss now we want to promote Madamu Kunganda Adesalula Awa and I never Sekerela Kolopa Coloso Plazo Kolopa de Tipom Kolopa Nimuru and Chico Kolopa de Tipom Kolopa Nimuru and Chico
Okay, Tien Tuambeko, thank you for joining. Share. Topic is Bill 7. Bill 7. Memantu Bakwalesa. This is what we are looking at. So, yeah, so ili ashia Bill 7 yambiena Vanelli Muti last week. Vanelli Muti vali katushi wale kumana na machifsi, and then she said, oh, Bill 7 should come back. And then she announced on Monday that she had called a special session to talk about Bill 7, which was today. So she called a special session which was supposed to talk about Bill 7 today. So natwikala twice a month the letter, whatever was supposed to be discussed in Parliament today, tabachiwe Bill 7. And natwikala, we are like, okay, the Bill 7 is not on the agenda. So we were like, okay, they are not bringing it back. But then natwikala, we saw Cornelius Mwetwa come on air. Cornelius Mwetwa issued a statement that government has no intention of bringing back Bill 7. If you're bachilanda Cornelius Mwetwa. Then from there, natwikala tuamona kofie inkalateyo, a letter has come from the president appointing people. The president has appointed a committee, has constituted a committee. And the inkalate namwimona press release today. So that is the letter which the president wrote to appoint technical committee to consult the people and draft amendments to the constitution. So that we released today. And the ironic thing is the president is on holiday. But president, is it holiday? No, sorry. He's on a state visit. So the president is on a state visit to Scotland. So while the president is on the state visit to Scotland, he found time to write this letter, which you have all seen, to appoint a technical committee comprising of 25 people and the legal and drafting experts 5. So total 30 people have been appointed by the president today. But this is a conflicting statement because Cornelius Mwetwa said that government is not going to bring back Bill 7. And then today, the president has appointed a special committee. So we are here to discuss what exactly is in Bill 7. So if you don't know what exactly is in Bill 7, I'm going to explain it. So stick around. Don't go away. It is important that we look at what exactly is in Bill 7. That's point number 1. Point number 2, we are approaching the election. So ngatwapenda, the parliament will be dissolved 3 months before the election. So in April, the parliament will be dissolved. So this is October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So we have 6 months before parliament is dissolved. So April, May, June, July, August, yeah. So end of April, parliament should be dissolved. So we have 6 months. Now, the question that I want to ask the president is, this parliamentary committee which he has appointed, what is the timeline? That's number 1. Let me take my pen and paper so that I keep my facts straight. My pen and paper. So let's follow these people closely. Tubakonke. Chien tubakonke. So we are going to say number 1. Tualamba, fast forward. We all know what happened previously to this Bill 7. The Concord rejected it because it did not follow the procedure. That was the basis of the rejection. So the Concord rejected this bill, and if you go on the Parliament website, this bill has been rejected. Okay? So the reasons for the Concord to reject it is procedure. My reasons of rejecting this Bill 7 is it is a roadmap to dictatorship. Like such a bill should be thrown away. We don't have space anywhere in a democratic republic to introduce such changes in a democracy. So for me, the reason I am rejecting this bill outrightly is because it's a dictatorship bill. It is only there, it is a roadmap to dictatorship, and this Bill 7 is only there to consolidate power of a ruling party. So we have established that fact. This bill was rejected by the Concord, which is the highest court in the land. So the parliament should have withdrawn this bill. So if we go on the parliament website, it's showing it should be showing withdrawn, but it is showing deferred. Now, Vanelli Muti said she will introduce it on the floor today. After that announcement, which was made like less than 2 days, she constituted a committee. Vanelli Muti and the Minister of Justice, they were sued, petitioned to High Court by Honorable Munia Zulu and Honorable Mukandila to stop what they are doing because they are abrogating the law. This bill was already rejected. So why is Madam Nelly Muti abusing her power and forcing the Bill 7 back? So Vanelli Muti is trying to force the Bill 7 back. And I don't know if today that Bill 7 was heard in Parliament. We don't know. But instead of Vanelli Muti withdrawing that, the request to hear, is it the first reading? Yeah, she's requested to have the first reading of the Bill 7. It was supposed to happen today. So she received a petition to court. Her and the Justice Minister received a petition, and also many voices in Zambia and in diaspora rejected that. And we had a letter from the Zambia Congress of Catholic Bishop wrote a statement against the action of Madam Nelly Muti. So after the Catholic bishops wrote that letter, they produced a letter of whatever the proceedings in Parliament. The Bill 7 was not there. But then today, this evening, with the President on a state visit in Scotland, so instead of doing whatever he's doing there in Scotland, the President found time to appoint a committee of 30 people to look at the amendments of Bill 7. Now, I'll just comment on the constitution of these amendments committee, and then I'll go ahead and explain some of the dangerous clauses in Bill 7 before we proceed to open the lines on TikTok. Now, so let's look at the constitution of this amendments committee. So myself, the number one interest that I wanted to look at is the inclusivity. Like, is this constitution of this committee tribal, or is it proportionally represented according to all the regions? And this committee, from my rough estimation, the constitution of this amendments committee, most of the people, I think over 16 people, they are from the northern and the eastern bloc, and there are 2 foreigners like Indians, and the chair is like from the western. So again, it's not balanced. So in terms of proportional representation of this of this committee, the constitution is not well balanced to capture all the genders and the ethnic groups. So na ifinina kuma eastern and northern, I don't know. That is one thing that popped out of my head, because once I looked at the list, it's like over 16 people. They are from the north and the eastern. So we need this to be proportionally balanced to include people from all regions of Zambia. Then we look at the professional qualification and the political affiliation. A lot of these people in this committee, again, there are like 5 people who are hardcore UPND members, and we only see 1 judge. So myself, in terms of professionalism, this committee is not well balanced, because I expected to see a lot of lawyers, you know, people who are legally, who are into the constitution, constitutional lawyers and legal personnel. That is whom I expected to be part of that a constitutional committee. So we are still examining you know, the constitution in terms of professionalism. It is unbalanced. You know, I saw 1 judge. I thought this committee would be involve more civil rights organizations, lawyers, and professional people who have studied law. And then in terms of tribal inclusivity and proportional representation, a lot of people, they are from the eastern and northern, which between the north and the east, they are like 16 people in this committee, but we have 10 provinces. So we need to have equal representation of all the provinces in this committee. And I'm going to read an article by Honorable Brian Matambo on this constitution before I explain the dangerous clauses in Bill 7. So Bill 7, the road we took and the road we must take after 2026, written by Brian Matambo from Lusaka. Zambia is being pushed into a rash constitutional process at the exact moment when politics is most heated. That never ends well. Bill 7 has become the latest battleground. If we want a people-driven constitution that stands the test of time, amendments should be undertaken after 2026 elections. A fresh mandate and a calm mood. How did we get here? Bill 7 did not appear in a vacuum. It follows years of constitutional tug of war. Zambians remember the bruising fight over Bill 10, the missed opportunity, and the lesson that constitutions cannot be negotiated like party manifestos. Bill 7 repraises that mistake. It arrived amid accusations of short consultative windows, selective invitations, and a timetable that looks designed to beat the political clock, but not to build consensus. The State House press release naming technical committee is meant to project inclusivity, yet it is not substance. The critical questions remain: who set the brief? Who controls the pen? What happens to the dissecting views? What is the safeguard against partisan clauses being smuggled into permanent law? When the referee appears rushed, citizens will conclude the match is fixed. What Bill 7.6 and why the pushback? From the onset, Bill 7 has been marketed as a cleanup exercise, a technical fix, a limited set of correction. In reality, even so-called technical tinkering can tilt the entire balance of power. Electoral rules, the structure of parliament, appointment, powers, devolution, the Bill of Rights, and the independence of oversight institutions are not housekeeping. They are rails on which our democracy runs. Change the gauge and you change the destination. The pushback comes from places. First process, Zambians want broad, even-handed, and verifiable participation, not curated town halls. Second, timing. Reform during an election cycle raises the specter of advantage seeking. Third, trust. Public trust is low when arrests, selective persecutions, and media intimidation shadow the politics of the day. Under such conditions, even good clauses should be viewed as power grab. So the article is there, it's long, and I'm just gonna end here and talk about the dangerous clauses in Bill 7. So for me, the Bill 7, I reject it. I don't welcome it. And I will continue saying the Bill 7 has no space in Zambian democracy because it's about power consolidation. It has nothing to do with the improving of people's lives. If Bill 7 today was talking about we are going to ban exporting of electricity, we are going to ban exporting of meal, we are going to increase the mining taxes, we are going to ban twerking online, we are going to digitalize our government operations, we are going to ensure we build affordable care, housing, and clean water. If the Bill 7 was all about changing lives of Zambians, I will be here dancing and promoting it. But Bill 7 belongs in the dustbin. Bill 7 belongs in the dustbin. It must remain dead. Because Bill 7 is just a tool to consolidate power. Even if some people, they are arguing why they say no, we have no time, but we can do it after the elections. Me, I don't even want that Bill 7 after the elections. Because in a democratic country, you cannot entertain those changes that Bill 7 wants to bring. So, for example, if UPND loses power and the new government comes, that Bill 7, if it is passed in 2027 or 2028, it will still be a roadmap to dictatorship. The new government that will come in after UPND, if that bill passes, it will make them a dictator. So for me, I outrightly reject the Bill 7. It needs to be discarded at all. Whether we have time or not, I will not put my signature or agree on a Bill 7 because this Bill 7 is a bill of oppression. It is a bill for dictators and it has no place in a democratic country. We should throw away this Bill 7 and it should never see it should never see the desk of any speaker ever. Bill 7 should never be introduced in any government, whether UPND or PF. It was rejected as Bill 10 under PF. Now this one is even worse, and we are rejecting it. The same people who rejected Bill 10 are now bringing Bill 7 with the more dangerous clauses to consolidate their power. It's a Bill dictatorship. Bill 7, Bill Rwanda. So now let's look at the dangerous clauses in Bill 7. There are dangerous clauses, Bill 7, you don't know, you people. Let me read them. The dangerous clauses in Bill 7, they're actually on my Facebook page. let me go there, and I'm gonna explain some of them so that you know why we are saying that this bill should be dead and buried. It was rejected by the Concord, and it should stay rejected. And the people, we are saying that this is a draconian bill, and Vanelli Muti, if she pushes this bill, she will end up going to jail. Vanelli Muti, Nava Justice Kasune, and all those 30 people who have been constituted on that amendment bill, they will go to jail. Tule mnyemafye. Kabila nava mukaka. Kabila bali mukaka. So what do you think about the people who were working with Kabila? If they can arrest Kabila, what do you think about the henchmen and henchwomen who were working with Kabila? What has happened to them? So we are sending a warning to Madam Nelly Muti. Leave this bill alone, because you are not above the law. Parliament is a law-making organization, and there is a process in which to make those laws. And I hear there is also a process into which to form this committee. Even the way this Constitution Amendment Committee was formed, I hear it is illegal. I hear this Constitution Amendment Committee, it is supposed to be brought to life through an act of Parliament. So we see again, the president has abrogated the law by sitting in Scotland over there and constituting an illegal committee for the Constitution Amendment. Mulengufa. Committee by HH, he has not followed the law in which to make that Constitution Amendment Committee. He was supposed to go to Parliament and table this request, and then from Parliament, through an act of Parliament, they are supposed to make that committee, and then the committee also, it should have a roadmap, guideline, and a timeline. So when is this? If we say this committee is legal, so as far as we are concerned, the sources I've talked to, they have told me that that committee is illegal because it has not followed the channels of constitution. The way committees are formed, never a shortcut. So that committee is illegal. So if you love your peace, just decline that appointment. Eloni monati abafulilemo mulyamu ma committee bakuma northern na kuma eastern eba fulilemo mu committee ilya. So if you love your peace, mukesa kakwa. Today never any warning, shots are fired. I have talked to people who have told me to say that committee, the way has been formed, is illegal. I don't know if it's true or false, but obviously people won't lie. Uwachisaini nkalatani hamasaka. So imama hamasaka Sheba state visit. When did the parliament sit to ratify those names? Question to Hamasaka. State House spokesperson. Because you people are Hamasaka, muchite into kwat na had Mozambia ni bedroom yenu. You just wake up and do things. Which parliament ratified those names and approved idealist baba Hamasaka? But president wadiku state visit kudia ku Scotland. What time did he do it? Because we saw him over president wale pitana kudia bale ya kuma kurioko bachira bile fia kubirabira. So nishtanshi, whom did the president consult pak pangalist iria? Mwalileta cyber bill, that's why abantu balafirwa okulanda. Muna tuweba ula pano yeto wakwa tefi ya kuchita. Ule ikarafi. So nombe mule chitero today mile kafi. Minwa mwalileta cyber bill. So that mushata puli abantu. People always come on my page and tell me, hey, you have nothing to do. Find something to do. No. I have something to do, and my job is to give you checks and balances, okay? One for you always a page and no plan demberati in sharp what if you kuchita. If you're not what if you kuchita offer my checks and balances. This is my job. So checks and balance number 1. What time did the president have to appoint those people? Because he's in Scotland, imweba hamasaka imwe. Mukala mwenesha mwa president. Because now it's just clear. This is my opinion. I can say it. Bahamakasaka. I'm not accusing you. So don't charge me with label. Ndeme afeba hamasaka. Okay, hamasaka tukonke ashi yefyo lilite. Ba HH wadiku Scotland. Ele imwe afunya realist. Atuwa president na bachita appoint badi abantu. So when did the president appoint those people? When did parliament sit to ratify those names? Produce Bahamasaka. When? Answer me, Bahamasaka. If somebody has a connection to State House, Munja Sukeni. Therefore, Kuishiva, when the president sat with the parliament via video call, because we know he's in Scotland. We know the president is currently in Scotland on a tour. Kuriama picture bale pitana. Arrival, he's only there for 3 days. Bachita arrival. Hello, from there to Pinimukekofye, at least the president has appointed people. So, what time did the president appoint those people? What time? We shall have a commission of all these activities that are suspicious. There will be a day of reckoning. Vahamasaka. I am not a tribalist. When you are practicing tribalism, you are practicing tribalism, you call me a tribalist. So, nishmwa bulira kumuma diplomats konse, kwa bafie region kuma diplomats. Elo mwapangaji hii committee ya manani kane. Why balance everything? Why should you pick and choose iwe? Sydney. Because kuma diplomatic mission, mwali susha one region yeka kuma diplomatic mission. So, apanomba mwale touch constitution commission, na instead mwichite balance, instead of practicing proportional representation everywhere, kuma diplomat mwafi balance all the 10 provinces. Even in this committee, balance it in all the 10 regions. Why should it be lopsided? Why mule sala? Kuma diplomat kwa isuje mitundu shimo. Nombo mumu constitution committee na mwena mwa isuje mitundu shimbi mitundu mwasishamu. We are just telling you to have proportional representation according to our constitution. It is there. So the dangerous clauses in the Bill 7 is adding 55 MPs. So when they add 55 MPs and constituencies, ikafini na kudia kumyabo, so they will have more MPs kudia kuinde kunchende shimo. And that means the president will have maybe 20 to 30 MPs whom he will appoint. All this information is in that leaked document here. Ilia leaked document here about UPND if you back a winner. Almost yaba fiance if you. Elo mobalon dollar no kulondola. We in a leaked document here about UPND. Omobalon dollar Bill 7 is how they are going to win the election. According to the intel, by UPND by never lose election. If there is no Bill 7, UPND will not win an election. That's why the desperation. No, but by UPND they have failed. So mwambe fiokulonga because nanguni 2019 mkesa kakiwa baneri muti na imobo basenda nomba balefa abamifuiki amana ya mbushi. Imo balefa kumibika amana ya mbushi mwo betire bamifunisha kunchende shimo muloleshe listiri. bami sala ula mweka bami leta mu ya mkomiti bami fuike amana ya mbushi ya bill 7 mukesa kakiwa kumona valeria mukalaria yes wakala mpera ma sitting allowances and whatever, but don't do it. I'm telling you, me, if I was appointed to this committee, I can just decline. Let them take my blue committee. Bill 7, you know, don't go there. You know. So I'm almost done. Let me just read the dangerous bills in Bill 7. So dangerous bill number 1. It's going to increase MPs from 156 to 200, which means 55 new MPs and ikafinina kuma constituencies yabo. And these new MPs, the 55 new MPs, about 30 will be for the ruling party, and then it will give UPND 2/3 control. So currently they have like 1/3 independent. They are struggling, but ingabalunda mama nambaya nishwaka kwata 2/3 all the time. So it means every time if aba UPND fikala pita. Elo baisal be peshat, it adds proportional representation, 20 women, 12 youths and 3 disabled. But in our constitution it is already there. There is no need. Our constitution says there should be proportional representation according to the population. So since women, we are majority of the population, right now we should have over 100 members of parliament if they change it. Or even now, if they are practicing it, 156, we should have over 70 MPs. Yes, we should have over 70 MPs, but now we have less than 10. So number, Buffy, they are only going to add 20, 12 views and 3. So Pamo, 35. So if there was true proportional representative, right now, according to our constitution, if there was true proportional representation, we should have over 70 women and youths in parliament. But is that the case? No. They also want to dissolve the parliament a day before election. Can you imagine? A dangerous bill, yo. They want a my election. So apakula fepaka 11 until 11th August. That's when they want to be dissolving the parliament. Can you imagine? So it means they will have control of the government machinery. There will be no campaigns. In short, by UPND, if they pass this Bill 7, there will be no dissolving of parliament. So they will hold on to power and all the government machinery paka on 11th August. So they will control the police. There will be no campaigns. So and then they will continue getting their pay and everything until 11th August. That is dangerous. It also gives power for the president to dissolve parliament. The other thing is president is protected from being sued for corruption. Restriction on independence is a big one. MPs must resign early to run independently. So people like Gary Combo, they already fired from UPND. So if Gary wants to run as an independent, he must resign early from UPND. So again, this bill will actually eliminate independent candidates. Yeah. The other thing is the judiciary. This bill is changing the language in the constitution where the judge must hear cases. Balela that judge mulandunga wayakuli ba judge. The judge must hear and determine. So chikala bakwati ni kumfumu. So let's say and therefore we mean as a MP, someone can challenge my candidate and say Pumulo alikuwa tomulandu techie minine. Atwala kuli ba judge. So ama judge kubali baba lefo kula bapela makaya kula pingula. Instead of me going with my lawyer, now there we don't say accused to ayalanda nomba ifikalaba ko muntunga kutwala ku court judge walefo kula mpere nsambu ya kupingula. So if you mumfile nomba kuli ama secret interviews and ama secret appointment of superior court judges. So this is what they want to be doing. Why are they keeping the names of these people private? Why are they keeping the names of these judges they are hiring private? Why? Ififini. Balefo kuisa mkuba bomfya kuma election bill 7 inga yapita, anyone can be disqualified. So what will happen is ukabase pa ballot ni uri awini omuntu batemenwe. Bonse abantu bo bapata bakala bafo election mina ndoko bata disqualified to be on the ballot. Ngamuleta alikamone nifa bachitire kuri ba PF. They are already doing this to the PF. All the PF, they have been politically persecuted and thrown in jail. So they have ruined their political careers. So what will happen, this bill will actually give UPND the power using the judges to select who is on the ballot. So it will mean that even a presidential candidate will be selected. Only by haka indo basumi nishatie minineo kabapa ballot. Ngaba mnafia pumulos tumbe kwa lei minas president abamutemenwe. Batafe petition umuntu bayali pilo muntu apange milandu. From there pumulos tumbe kwa is disqualified to be on the ballot as president. So this is what they want to do. They want to determine who is going to be on the ballot. So the election will be fixed. So also mukamuna bill 7 inga yapita inenkaleka nokulanda. Ngabai sign na bill 7. I am not even going to waste my time because this bill 7 will fix the election. It will make sure that whoever is on the ballot is a friendly force. Because if anyone is against my HH, kumutwala ku court, I have a pretty secret hiring of judges. Ama judge ababa ikabapela makama judge kula pingulo mulandu. So they are going to weed out all the people who are against them. The same way they eliminated Lungu from the ballot, the same way they are prosecuting all the PF, now they want to do it to entire Zambia so that HH will not have a fair competition. Anyone who will be on the ballot or with the HH will be a friendly force. If you are against him, they find a case against you and you'll be eliminated from the political race. This is the big thing that is happening. And the other big thing is also to protect HH from prosecution of cases of corruption. So he wants to protect HH himself from so that he can't be sued for corruption. Because if he's sued for corruption, he can be blocked from going, he can be disqualified from going on the ballot as a president. So this Bill 7 will protect him from any lawsuit to prevent him which can prevent him from being on the ballot. So basically, this bill is going to consolidate power for UPND. This bill should not be anywhere in a democratic country. It should be thrown away. And if it passes, I will stop talking about politics because it means we have handed over the power to UPND into one party state. If I am telling lies, it's your problem. Ignorance is free. So if you think I'm telling lies, all I can tell you is ignorance is free. Otherwise, this information is out there, you know. It is out there. The Bill 7 is on the Parliament website. Go and read it if you haven't read it. And this information is all over social media. Yeah. That's why they didn't go to the people to ask the people. They cooked up these laws because they want to consolidate their power. If they wanted this bill to change people's lives, they would have started from the villages. Fish mwewante for mwefa to change. Abantu nga bali beba mwinashitisha malaiti, ubungana budula, amenshita twete, wamieni misewo. Look at the roads in Solwezi all around the country. We are supposed to make policies, changes in the constitution, which can improve the lives of the Zambians. But this bill is not a people-driven bill, but it is a bill driven by desperate UPND to consolidate their power so they can cling to power. That is the reason for this bill, the desperation. Who does that? Who changes the laws of the game in the 11th hour? We have only 9 months. Even if to say this bill was there to help Zambians, it's too late. We have a lot of problems in the registration. A lot of people, they were given wrong voters cards, they have NRCs, they have voters cards, errors. Who is talking about that? Who is talking about the voter differentiation? They are differentializing voters who Northern Bloc. Who is talking about that? You know? You can say woofy or whatever. This is what you are paid to do. You are paid to come and rubbish the truth. We know that. You know? We know that the Zamstat numbers are variable. They are conflicting with the ECZ numbers. We know that according to the ECZ numbers, the population in Lusaka for voters has reduced, while the population in Southern Province has increased. That's why when the delimitation, when this law happens, it is going to add more constituencies in those areas where Mangala Zolomi says there are more registered voters, which is in the Southern Province. Yeah. So, Mwemena Zambia, Bill 7 in closing, Bill 7 should never see any desk of the Zambian parliament under UPND or any government because it's a dictatorship law. It has no place in a democratic country. It should be thrown away. It should be bent. Bill 7 is a roadmap to dictatorship, and no person, no well-meaning leader can even want to say, I let a Bill 7 under his government. Why? So you can come and oppress people. Okay, this oppression is not enough. Imagine Bill 7 in Gayapite for Chikaba Muzambia. Moneni abantu fo balepita monomba. Bill 7 in Gayapite ikawa kwachi kusobiba. Pama yandata tuwakula limbine ifi yakuli abantu bakala wachitafe vale baposele masaka yafi yakuli pangana. Already people, they are not working. Abantu nebala ntumina mafoni madam tuwadireko kwenda. When we go anywhere or we go and try to do businesses, they attack us. Even more over PF. Or why Ulanda against the president? The same way they are attacking me here. They are already attacking me on Facebook. I'm telling lies. And they do it physically, Mumusevo. They attack people. Abantu abengi badireko kwenda for their safety. Bala for kunsala. Ngabaya kumastolo kudia. is a story of what happened to Black Up. So Bill 7 ingayapita bena Zambia. Ha. Vamwana God, the floor is yours. Naranda na pera. Ni read between the lines. Kotina shout, Tawamfa Sydney. I can talk and I can shout. It's my voice. Erote munganda mobe njikere wamfa. Don't come on my page and tell me what to say. I can talk and I can shout because UPND was in opposition for 20 years. They were talking and shouting. So how dare you tell me I should stop talking? Ulichipuva. Tetinji so komuleka kabantu. Mukalaka kafena abantu nokuteshula umuntu ngachita sneeze. Wateshula tewo UPND tulekukaka. I cannot come over there. Bahakainde was in opposition for 20 years. Who arrested him? Na munomu in a room. Yes, it's my home office. Okay? It's not your house. You don't pay my rent and it's not your page, so you can get lost. Bamwana God, the floor is yours. Let me ban him.
I think I already remember comment section. Bamota bakwetufya manu nga balamona obuchushi buli mu Zambia tete ali pontera imwe ali pontera tumurumu office yo ine na ishoko muti na ishwe mpya mfora atamuforesha amusetisha sha CDF wao teshi bofya leranda mama government tulimu ya UPND na ishibati nga bayimirira feno omuntu uli onse bakapono obubisana no wanda balete loti bakuleta leta baleta saiba aparomba reforomba bapishe bill 7 ilesa mkuu bafuisha kumia abo ku Southern Province side yoko kukafuma ma MPs abengi kukafuma ama votes abengi tukeza kuma northern part of Zambia na central Zambia Copper Belt tukeza sango kwe bati bambya ma regio yali onaika kalishira limbi ndivile pusana ne Filipa ngongo am kuvota so abantu aba nabakwate mingara tweshingo shwaletea nabakwate fingo falete baikata koko nabeshwa nokushwati immediate bakemina no muntu umo o abantu batemenwe bakapona as a result kula leta no mbetu mingara to parasi mkesa ngo kufatio cha kwa kuvota bill 7 ile ndatio ala konganya kwa wile akaindi Teva tulefwa ya Mzambia awe. Mzambia tulefwa democracy. Uli onzo muntu chitaimini na muntu onze akasalo muntu walefwa ya. Notu kwamba kuforcing abantu. Ukula bapela mareji ambi. Na vipusana voters card na reji na vipusana. Bantu na beshwati. Hii region is for opposition. Hii region is for the ruling party. Katuwike ko ifintu fiambo kumoneka wini. Government hii bali banuisha po fimo na bonse ba UPND bali bafimo fo banuisha ifile ngokwe batira ngubengala nde fintu na ishono kushwati chibalete chichibi ala supporta kwati ndesa limbi wale supporta so ba UPND tientu ambo kula mune fili kunta nshifisuma noti gabalete chintu na mwishono kushwati chibi mwa supporta na bonza bali mu comment section na mwishono kushwati chibi batri mule supporta yo bambele puna okupunda yo HH paka 2090 ni shali kota tatrofo kutekwa na bakote chama liusi aisa poli onse ke binina fera HH kuvotero yo ino omuntu ke binina ngabale fo kuleta iraka unda HT ya kuleta pochura abantu bale votera na chura na evo vinenga maleta pochura na HH tukavotera pochura chawa mapu katotera mama
na totera bachichi girl, welcome.
Thank you, Madam President. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nachila mfomu nangani nomba na chisali shakoropa.com.
Marishakolopa.com akwata energy.
Na kwata energy na chisali shakolopa.com.
Chawa mecho. Join a late. We start discuss what are the issues.
Our Bill 7, we were just saying the president has constituted a committee while on a state tour trip.
Yeah, okay. Now I've seen that list and a lot of questions on it for me. When I look at the list, then some names are very familiar, and then I was like, okay, it looks a bit skewed towards some elements, which is more UPND pressing us. If you look at it, most of those, there are some names that I've noticed which are more like, they are branded as NGOs, but when you check, they're actually UPND cadres in a way. So for me, already that it's a red flag. As in, what is it that you want to achieve at the end of the day? Is there some kind of inclusiveness that has been considered with that list? The other thing that
for me, Mama Chichi is like, who created the list? Because the president is on a state visit. Mamona is in Scotland, so achiba mwana kudokolo achirabida na mama Shane. Ero nombalelo luchero. Ichungulo, right? Hamasaka ata produce list. So my question is to Hamasaka. Nina ni ulembele listi. Diapantu wa president. Wali ku state visit kudia wali busy. So umuntu uli state visit ale meeting about King Charles. Achwata, what time did the president have to sit with parliament and generate that list? So the question on them Chichi girl, is that list even legal? Mukwai?
Namwishiwa, this is a written script. Kale vailemba. You see, yava kwatisira tuchitapa Facebook where you post something ero wachitafe shejo.
Niwa content creator.
In short, because look here. Was it 2-3 days ago when the Speaker of National Assembly called for an urgent sitting of Parliament? In that, which was scheduled for today. Okay? In that city, in the urgent sitting of Parliament, the things they wanted to table as urgent matters was, one, the ratification of the newly appointed commissioners, Human Rights Commission of Zambia, and also Bill 7.
Is it my judges, my superior court judges, right?
That was also included, yes. Those the secretly recruited judges. Now, after an uproar from the public and the other stakeholders, they excluded on the order paper, which is the agenda of Parliament, Vashta excluded Bill 7, partial ratification of commissioners to the Human Rights Commission of Zambia. Then, Pavanama, is it question and answer, whatever? Okay. Hence, Ichungulo, after the Parliament Yashita City, they only ratified the commissioners, Human Rights Commission of Zambia. Hence, Nombe Chungulo, Bastashani, Amasaka issued a statement on the appointment of those the technical committee. Now, that tells you that in fact, before Amasaka issued that statement on the appointment of technical committee. In the morning, around 11:12, Cornelius Mwetwa, who is the government chief spokesperson, issued a statement to say government has no intentions to reintroduce Bill 7 where? In Parliament. So are you saying that it's a script which has been written while it's taken a post here, scheduled? So, though at the end of the day, it is an exercise in futility, because even when you look at the same committee, just like many people have commented, it is full of praise singers, in as much as the majority of the appointees on that list are coming from East and Northern. Look at, for example, Isaac Mwanza, the praise singer. Gesi Nyerenda is another praise singer. Chief Nyampande from Eastern Province is a praise singer. The chairperson for the same technical committee is Mushavati. He's a praise singer. Retired judge Mushavati is a praise singer. So almost all the appointees, they are serious praise singers. So it will not see the light of the day at the end of the day. Thank you so much. Sorry, Bachichipoko, Mr. Interrupt. You can continue.
Awe kapadi ubwapya mkwai mwachila wikapo ifofine mwa wikapo. So in for me, madam, what I was saying was okay, like Z24 has even mentioned, because that was some of my contribution to the issue, to say inconsistencies in between or among themselves. Because if you check, for instance, let's look at the way Z24 has said, to say we have Cornelius Network, who has said government has no intention of retabling Bill 7. We have Oliver Shalala, who is I don't know if he's a media consultant, who said Bill 7 will be retabled after consultations, and he actually accused Ambassador Mwamba to say you like lies. Like, because Ambassador Mwamba, I think, posted on his page where you said, oh, Bill 7 has been withdrawn, blah, blah. And then Oliver Shalala says, no, it has not been withdrawn. It will be retabled actually after consultations. This is where the script is coming in, like Z24. Before I call you Z Farmer, God forbid. So, so now you know you have that kind of a thing, and this is actually, as I said, okay, we believe the chief government spokesperson or the press singer, because they're always doing that kind of, it's like tug of war. This one is saying this one is saying this one. And there is no parent, there is no coordination in the way they handle issues. It's like, that's why sometimes people will say pande. This one is saying this one is saying that. You see? So, you are confusing us as Zambians. The press singers are saying, we will not... government spokesperson, who is Cordelia, says we are not interpreting that. And then we have Matomola, who's saying, yes, let's amend it. Then we have Oliver Shalala, who was also saying, yes, we are going to retable it after consultation. So what are you doing to Zambians? Insulting us? What? And for me personally, yesterday when I looked at that order paper, actually mentioned it. I said, trust these people at your own risk. Because we've seen it before, colleagues or comrades, to say, one time, the president said it, to say, no, we've got no intentions of dealing with the constitution and all that. The next thing, what did we see? We saw the constitution in process. Okay? So, even in that time, we had, no, we have no intentions of doing this. We have no intentions. To sweet. Let's go to the cyber law issues. What happened? No, it has been withdrawn. See, it is back in parliament. So I asked people, and I was telling people, I said, do you really trust what these people tell us as the citizens? No, I can't trust them because they don't stick to their words. So it's unfortunate we have people who are taking us for granted as Gambians by this one is singing, this one is singing, and you have to know them to say these people you can't trust them. And I even said it to say they've deliberately just left it as an agenda item on that order paper of theirs for the sitting that they did today. Deliberately. They can even bring it today. And if you followed the statement which they said Bill 7 will not be tabled, I think, today. Meaning, it can be tomorrow, it can be tabled. And I also gave an example of what happened one time. I think it was Bill even brought this issue. Where I've been trying to remember what issue that was. It was not on the order of paper, but it was secretly brought in. And they said, but this was not on the, and then this was not supposed to be part of the order paper or whatever you call it. And but I remember, I don't know whether it was that Moyo man who was sitting there. He said, no, as a house, we can still receive orders, something. They try to justify things without even
criminality. Yeah.
They treat us like we are children. To say, but you know that
everything is okay for them. Yes.
You know, you are not going to buy the bread for the child. That's how they treat us as if we are children. We are not children. You know, this is very, very, very bad. And then you come up with this list, which I was saying it is more skewed to people that are more like press singers, because you scan through that document. Madam President, sorry, I'm going to say things the way they are. I looked at the tabulation of what I think he looked at from an angle to just know who is this and who is that. If you check, President HH has a tendency of using people from the Northern Bloc to do wrong things. And if you check, most of those people are on that list. I'm going to mention it this way. Yeah, from the Northern Bloc. From the Northern Bloc and East Bloc, Muchingas, whatever. Check the names. How many of them are coming from there?
16. I think it's 16 or 18 names are from the Northern and Eastern Bloc, which is over 50%.
To do with wrong things. He wants to use people from that block. And it's unfortunate, I've told them, these people, why don't you sit down and think to say, when the time to reckon comes, you will even be laughing. Yes, I'm sure you'll be laughing deep down inside to say, hey, you thought you were playing. I used you.
With your monthly gift of just $10, only 33 cents.
Yeah, because it's so sad, my colleague. We are going to call things the same thing the way they are. Apparently, I don't sugarcoat. If something is wrong, I call it wrong. Okay? I'm sure they're going to say, yes, but you've been saying only people from here and here have been employed and whatever. So we try to do this and everything. We know that gimmick. Whenever President HH wants to do something that will impact on yes.
Amanchito by Muremona, diplomatic service, where there is no risk involved. Apashiri risk apakobachibakula for la fiempia. By Salaula Beka. Ukunomba kukabile ku Bill 7 baya isusha kwaba ku East na kunoden. Mufikane decline those appointments.
Okay, so you have to think through. Even now, who's been talking for these people? Whatever is that the people called tired? Who was had sense at some point, but he has no sense.
Tayari wakwisa, Chabinga wakwisa. Who are they using? Nasia one woman Baya send omuntu from Nigeria or Baya won't you?
Exactly. Because they want to protect themselves. Now but time will come when you people will be answerable. Will have to be answerable to such things. You know, they want to protect his own people. It's unfortunate they don't see that. They don't even see to say, hey, but when we've told you people, read you're not able to think. We've fought for you. My colleague, the people like Chavinga and all that, they just try to use you and they'll come and jump you.
Ne committee bareba bonfiafi. Ine committee basalire. Ifini ne kukuma no the eastern. Composition ya committee na ifini no ku. Kuri risk.
And then, Madam President, the other thing I asked, I said, okay, you've given us this list. What are the terms of reference for their the terms of reference for their working? Because they needed to stipulate exactly to say they're going to work it, or somebody I'm not going to tell me to say no, they're going to draw their own terms of reference. No. They should work with my terms of reference.
They should be guided.
Not just term of reference, but also the time frame.
This is what I want to also finish up to say. There is no time frame. What is the
timeline?
What is the roadmap? What is the roadmap on this activity? When do you intend to execute it? It's unfortunate. It lacks the people who got expertise from institutions. I didn't see people from either LAS or from certain. Why LAS is not supposed to be part of that? Well, they should guide. They should tell us to say, no, this one is from LAS. So when you look at this critically, when you look at it, you discover that it is just a rubber stamp. To say, okay, we actually constituted a team, and that team, there's nothing that they're doing. Tomorrow, and what type of consultation are they going to even be doing? And this is why we're asking for time frame from now to election time. And then, on top of that, madam, because they are busy singing and pressing and they want delimitation to be done. You want delimitation to be done. We've asked for a delimitation report by ECZ. I don't know, have we ever been availed that report so that we understand what is involved in that delimitation and how they intend to do that delimitation? No. Go to America. In America, they are saying delimitation in Texas, in California. They've said where they want to do delimitation, but you want to say where you want to do delimitation. It's a problem. And then when we ask and talk, no, why are you questioning us? So question, that's why we are asking you. No, it's unfortunate, madam. So that's why we're saying this Bill 70, we still stand, it is illegal and unconstitutional. So let's not have people who are going to be, we are not going to encourage people to be doing unconstitutional behavior. No. We don't want people to be immoral. No. We want people who've got integrity. And then we hold you accountable for doing things which are wrong. That's why we keep on singing. And by us singing, it's because, Mr. President, I always tell you, it's because we love you. We want you to do the right thing. The people who advise you to do the wrong things, which look like they are right things, don't love you. And you need us one day to say, hey, please talk for me, this and this and this and that. You will be looking for this voice.
Wait, mama. I've told them. this Bill 7 belongs in the trash. It is not a democratic bill. It will not improve the life of Zambians apart from consolidate the power of any government, whether ni UPND, Capisha Bill 7, ni PF or ni Socialist Party. This bill is not a democratic bill and it should be discarded, thrown away. And everybody who is appointed on that committee should decline it.
And the other thing, madam, somebody actually, I read somewhere where somebody was saying, this also is just another way of wasting money, or is it another way of paying? Because we're saying most of those people are praise singers. So is it one way of
sitting allowance? Eh?
Yes, giving them good monies because it's towards the elections.
But in the committee,
because it's so sad. The amount of money you want
they
to
will be
waste
arrested.
and all that, and then
Me, I'm just going to tell them.
I'm sure after today is what? The next thing is no, we've reached. How many are they? They're about 30, right?
Yeah.
How many districts do we have? We have about 116, or I don't know whether the districts have increased or not, or somewhere there. So I don't know how they intend to reach to all the districts in how many days, and then whatever feedback they will get, how they are going to consolidate. And moreover, I want to find out, since Bill 7 is an illegal and unconstitutional document, this technical committee, what?
It's also illegal. It is also illegal, Mama.
Another document.
Illegal. Bill 7 is illegal. So the technical committee is illegal.
So this is my question, Madam President. Since the Bill 7 was an illegal, it has been, regarded as an illegal, the Constitutional Court itself said that was illegal and unconstitutional. So therefore, is this technical working group going to work on the document that has been said is illegal and unconstitutional? So are they going to draw another constitution, or how are they? So these are some of the things we're saying. Give us the terms of reference so that we understand. So in this whole thing, when you look at how I've been debating on this issue, you discover that the whole thing, there's no clarity. It's kind of vague. And as such, we treat it as a vague.
It's suspicious. This suspicious. Stay up. In Bill 70, is like, stay away from me.
So there are a lot of things surrounding this, the whole process, the transparency in this whole thing, the transparency in the list of people listed, the transparency in the time frame, the transparency in the how long it will take. See, we need to know. So
we have no time.
You see, for consultations to be done. At what level are they going? Are they going up to what level? Or they'll be at district level? Or how do they intend to do their consultation? Because this has to go to the lowest, which is the ward level. We need input from people from the lowest level. Not you go and sit at Mansa War and you call 2 or 3 people and you say, yeah, we've consulted. We don't want that kind of consultation.
No, Mama Chichi, aponga mwalanda nishumwa suminisha. I think the approach is we have no time. Mamona, we have 7 months coffee. So we must just say imaba technical committee na vaneli muti. Shred that Bill 7. We have no time. Apa we should worry about preparing for the general elections. Abantu amayenarasi fyalipena, abantu tamulambo kulembesha. People need to start campaigning. You know, so we should just reject this Bill 7 outrightly and say there's not enough time. We are 7 months away from dissolving Parliament.
And you know, Madam President, the other thing that I have for them is they are so much on point. They are so much guaranteed, according to them, they are winning the elections. So why in a hurry to amend the constitution when you can come and do it after the elections?
And
you have all much time.
On that one, Mama Chichi, usually what should happen is, for example, if they start this Bill 7, even if, you know, they started it 2 years ago, it should take effect after the elections. So even if we had time, this UPND should not expect this Bill 7 when they sign it into law to start now, because that is changing the rules of the game on the 11th hour. So this is the other thing we should talk about. Our UPND, even if Bill 7 was signed to say this is bill we accept it to sign it, Ingabai sign, it can only take effect after the general election in 2026 because of the time. They can't change the rules of the game in the 11th hour. That is cheating. So even if this was a good bill, I would like to tell by UPND, if this was a good bill, even in Twailole Shatoke, this bill is a good bill, let's sign it. We can sign it, but it is supposed to take effect after the 2026 general election, because we are under a year. We are 7 months before Parliament is dissolved. So to run a free and fair election, even if they constitute this Parliament, the technical committee, to say, let's say tomorrow they cannot implement this into law. That would be illegal. So let's say and then they say this will become law. No. Chaos. Chaos. And we have to warn you by UPND. If you pull a fast one and sign this law, this Bill 7 into law, it will not take effect until the next election, because we are 7 months before the next election. If they want to implement this law, it means they are cheating. And chaos. Father Mpombo said it, and the people who will be held responsible will be these 2 people. Mukwai.
Illegality, iliambira fye, bali period ya consultation. We are in October 2025, November and December. 2026, January, February, March, April, Parliament is dissolved. So we cannot count April. Meaning, 3 months in 2026.